Hello everybody, welcome to CareerRide. A lot of students complain that their minds go blank the moment they see lengthy word problems in the exam. And then it becomes difficult for them to solve even the questions that they could easily solve during the practice at home. Now let me tell you, lengthy word problems is a deliberate elimination trick used by the examiners. And the truth also is, this problem doesn't go away only with hard work and practice. So even if you are a sincere and hardworking student, don't assume that you are safe from falling into this trap. In today's video, let's see some practical tips that will help all type of students in dealing with this problem. The solutions that I'm giving you will take a little effort from you, but I also promise you, if you follow them consistently, you'll be able to get over this problem once and for all. So make sure that you disconnect yourself from all the distractions for next 5 minutes and are fully focused on to what I am going to tell you here. Okay, let's start. And my first tip to you is, don't try to read lengthy questions top to bottom. Trying to read such questions completely in the first go can itself cause a fall in your blood pressure. The better way is, quickly try to figure out what is the question actually trying to ask you. You will usually find this either at the beginning or right at the end of the question. Now, once you know what the question wants from you, go back and read the question properly from top. This time with clarity and purpose. You'll panic less and understand the data much faster. The second thing that you should immediately do is cut out the distracting and irrelevant information. See, examiners purposely insert extra details in such questions. This is to confuse you. They want to see whether you panic or not. Because the moment you panic, even the simplest questions will become difficult for you. So learn to identify the noise in the questions and ignore it. But it is also true that this habit has to be built during the practice at home. If you watch the quantitative aptitude videos from CareerRide, you will see how easily this can be mastered. The third important thing to do is underline the actors and actions. Underlining the information is such a powerful trick because it reduces your stress instantly, improves your focus and increases your accuracy also. For example, if you have a question like a train running at 60 km per hour crosses a pole in 1 second, the same train crosses a man on motorbike in 3 seconds. Then you should be reading this question something like this. A train running at 60 km per hour crosses a pole in 1 second. The same train crosses a man on a motorbike in 3 seconds. Now, when you do this, your brain will process the information much faster. My fourth tip for you is convert the story into numbers and equations. See, this is quantitative aptitude. It's not literature. Everything here boils down to numbers. So keep converting the lengthy sentences into numbers and equations as you read them. For example, if I read a shopkeeper sells 2 pens and 3 erasers for rupees 90, I'll immediately convert this into this equation. This turns long sentences into short, meaningful and manageable data. But remember, this habit also must be practiced at home before you actually reach the exam center. It doesn't develop suddenly in the exam hall and you will not be able to practice it directly there. Another trick that has always helped me is drawing quick diagrams. See, this trick is especially powerful for problems on chapters like trains, boats and streams, time and distance, pipes and cisterns, heights and distance, area, volume and surface area, etc. The visual representation of the question gives you an immediate clarity. In fact, a 10-second drawing can reduce the cognitive load on your mind by 50%. So rather than carrying everything in the head, bring it on paper. You'll instantly see the difference in clarity and accuracy. All of these techniques have been taught very clearly and easily in the Quantitative Aptitude playlist from CareerRide. If you learn from these videos, you'll automatically pick up these habits, whether you consciously try or not. We have also recently added videos to help you deal with other common challenges students face during the quantitative aptitude preparation. Do watch them also before starting the first chapter. It will help you get the maximum benefit from your preparation time. If you face any other challenges in quantitative aptitude, drop them in the comments box below. I'll try to bring a solution in the upcoming videos or community posts. If you have found today's video useful, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends also. And to keep receiving all such future videos, make sure that you are subscribed to CareerRide. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.